Hey everyone, hey Rusty. I've got Michael in with me tonight, Mike Olette. How you going, mate?
Hello, everyone.
Just check that the audio sounds alright. Should look good. Oh, stream stuttering. Hopefully that doesn't last. Yeah, Rusty, and it's on the screen too, so that's good. Shit, that was loud. So we turn the game down just a little bit. Alright, so this is the last 10 minutes of qualifying. Rusty said hey.
Hey, Rusty.
So from what I can see, I actually wanted to get this off screen, but we'll just get it up here. So Royce qualified first with 1:18.4, followed by Rusty, followed by Matt Carrick, then Ed, myself, Luke Hay. Luke Hay surprised me. I think he's just mucking around there. Matt Hupperts, Phil, yourself, and then John Mifsud. So that was our qualifying order. I think we had 10 competitors, which is a good number.
A bit of a lower turnout than we had in the last few weeks, but yeah, still not too bad.
Yeah, it tends to drop off. Like usually mid-season it gets really low, but we've been pretty good this season. And then the last round with Bathurst usually brings everybody back. But they didn't do Bathurst for the last one of this one, so that's going to be interesting.
What have we got this season? It's Oran Park this season, isn't it?
Oran Park, yep. Rusty was second, I believe. Yep. In Chaz we trust. So tricky conditions.
Stellar drive from Rusty this week.
Yeah, wasn't
Absolutely.
it? It was tricky conditions too, because we practiced in certain conditions expecting the race to be, but then the session failed. Ah, right. So Bucko missed the start. Okay. And then so the track was a lot hotter. The track usage was a lot less than what we're expecting, and being overcast as well. It threw everyone's tunes out the window, and I spent the whole hour beforehand just tuning. How'd you go, Michael?
I was struggling all week with my setup, and what I ended up doing, because using the Mercedes, that's probably one of the downsides to the Mercedes in particular, is that there's no real setups out there for like sports teams or anything like that, because they haven't raced here, so there's no point for them to do it.
Yeah, right.
So getting the Mercedes set up when I'm not very experienced in doing that sort of thing,
Yep.
it's a real struggle for me as you're learning.
Yeah.
So what I ended up doing was the BMW is also a front-engined rear-wheel drive car, similar. So I'll just copy over that setup, and it worked surprisingly well. It wasn't as quick as the BMW.
Yeah, okay.
But it certainly turned the race from a real struggle, sliding in all the corners. The back was loose, the front was understeering.
Yeah.
Brakes were locking. It was just an absolutely terrible thing to drive. And then the car just came really alive once I changed that setup. And it wasn't as quick, but the track actually became fun to drive.
Yeah, nice.
When I was really expecting to just sit at the back, stay out of everyone's way, I made myself quite competitive.
Yeah. No, it's good. So what did you change to, like, for this track specific, compared to your original tune to then what you ended up with?
Oh, I think I was using just a high downforce setup from Snetterton.
Okay.
That's a similar track. It's got similar turns, corners, hairpins, and whatnot. It's fairly flat track.
Yeah.
So I think like the damper and the springs will be set up pretty ideally for that, and then I can just go off that and just
Yeah. Okay.
anything like that. The BMW setup, the rake was a very high rake.
Yes.
That was one of the first things. The springs were a lot softer. The dampers, the damper was like almost minimum, and the rebound was like maximum. And that just brought the car alive completely.
Yeah, that's what we found. Yeah, the BMW, you need a lot of rake to get it to turn, otherwise it just doesn't want to turn. And then, yeah, the dampening is quite surprising too, like you were
And then,
saying.
of course, the characteristics of this track, with especially that sector 2, where you got those 3 hairpins back to back, really benefiting from trail braking, which is something I've not done before too. So having to really sort of, to get the most out of the car, teaching myself a new skill on the fly
Yeah, okay.
has been quite tricky this week too.
Yep. Well, yeah, for me, I had a pretty good tune that I was keeping up with Rusty. Rusty was still quicker than I was in practice. And then came last night, I just had no grip at all. I couldn't get it to turn, I couldn't get it to stick, I couldn't get it to brake. Like you said, like braking, it was just locking up everywhere. And yeah, I ended up going back to my another track starts with S, Sebring. Back to my Sebring hot setup. And then that was better, but still not quite there. So I sort of went halfway between the two of them. And
Sebring would be a good setup, I reckon.
yeah, and it suited pretty well. It's a bit, yeah, I still had to soften the front any roll, just for those slow hairpins, because I really struggled in those hairpins to get it pulled up and turned in. But it liked the faster, higher speed corners. But yeah, so this is qualifying. We got, oh, I've got no idea how long's left. That's right, let's keep going through the field. So this is Ed. Ed qualified well, got up into 4th, but then he was sticking up with Carrick, but then had a mishap, but we'll get to that. Who was 5th? Myself. And of course I'm in the pits.
That's illegal towing from the 2 mats.
From the 2 mats, what did they do? Oh, they're towing, as in drafting. When he first said that, I thought he meant like they both crashed and were getting towed off the track. So there you go, they're working together maybe. You kind of want to see this though, like it's nice seeing teams working together. Like I miss having my teammate Matt Neal, sorry.
Yep.
Cause this is what we can do, you know, you team up and you work together, you get yourself to the front, and then you avoid a lot of the chaos in the mid-pack. Oh, yeah, Rusty, there's something you can do in the Ferrari that we can't do in most of the other cars, is change the gearing. Actually, that's probably why you had such a good car. Because a lot shorter gears get you going quicker out of those corners. Who do we have next? We had Luke. So Luke, he was just toying. Oh, he's got a new livery. Did he? No, he's just picked that up from somewhere, is he? That's probably the trading paint livery, eh? That's pretty cool, though. It's something I need to look at in our next VGA one. Michael's getting some
logo on the back.
Oh yeah. Frog leaping.
There you go.
That's pretty funny. Actually, we should do that. If we post up our liveries, put our things on them.
Drown it in socials.
That's it. And then we got Matt Huppet. Alright, who's that behind him? John. I didn't see much of John this race. Did you? He was behind me for quite a while. And he's another one that's been getting quicker and quicker every season. And then who else is on track? Oh, what's going on here? We've got Phil. So he said Phil missed the start. So Phil's not even in the grid. And yourself. You must have stopped your lap.
Yeah,
Right.
I did one good qualifier lap early on, and I'm like, yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, okay.
I'm happy with that.
Alright, well let's get into the race then, hey? Chopper or blimp, do you reckon? Just for the start. Here we go. We'll go the blimp. Looks a bit taller. Let's get a bit more field of view going. Alright, here we go. Race start. Okay, yep. So Royce with a bad start, and then I think that was Matt up his inside. Must have been Matt Carrick.
Yes.
Oh, Royce is everywhere.
Yeah, Royce had a problem with his VR at the
Right.
start there. I crashed on him just going into turn 1, so luckily he either come back or he swapped a monitor. He must have, because he got back on track pretty quickly from it.
Yeah, okay, let's have a quick look at that, because that was very close.
But did well to stay out of everyone's way.
Yeah. Yeah, if he couldn't see, then he gets going again.
Got a bit rough over the rookie strips there too.
Yeah, right. Alright, so back to the pack. I know Luke was a mover and shaker through all this. Rusty's already gone out front, I think.
So Luke, once again, setting the fastest lap of the race.
Yeah, what time did he get?
A 1:18.1.
Nice.
Race lap.
Yeah, so Rusty leading the way. I reckon, Rusty, if you didn't have your spin, you would have been holding on to that for so long.
Just absolutely had that car nailed down for this track.
That's it.
Like, even looking at that lap 1 lead, that's pretty extensive right from the get-go.
Yeah, look at him go. So pretty good outlap, apart from Royce's mishaps with his VR. Not really watching behind, so if you notice something happening behind, let me know. But we all look like we're line astern at the moment. Luke's putting a lot of pressure on Ed. I'd love to get some overlays up, but they don't really work, unfortunately. They don't pick up the replays. Actually, I might try a K-Apps one and see what it does.
Play around with my race lab, see if that can, because I know you can have them pull up from the garage, whether you need to do that in a replay mode.
Okay.
As opposed to being
Is that working? Ed's third, Luke. Yeah, that's working. Yep, alright.
there you go.
There we go. Now I can't find it to move it. Okay, we've got some
Going
relatives.
through the grid, pushing you around. Was there any contact in that overtake?
Oh, I do want to look at that because that was a bit rough.
Might have been a bit rough, but man, it's good racing still.
Well, that's it. Yep. I think Ed just left the door open, or he just saw the opportunity. I didn't see him coming up. That's alright. Didn't push him off the track, so that's fine.
As they say, Rubbin's racing.
That's it. Yeah, I really wish he didn't get penalised so much just for bumping and grinding, eh?
Yeah, it'd be good if we could relax the extras for rubbing and just trading paint a bit.
That's
as long as
it.
there's no damage involved.
That's it. Alright, I'll keep an eye on Luke here. Actually, Rusty, I would have liked to have seen if you could have held Luke up, because I think you had the pace. And it's very easy to defend here, because you brake early, stick it on the apex, and get the good exit. They can't do anything. They can't get the run to get the dive under you. Need to increase. Oops.
I'm back where I belong.
Oh no, that's Rusty. Alright, let's go and see what happened to him there. Bear with me here. Sorry, Rusty, you probably don't want to relive this. So what actually happened? You come, oh, a couple of tyres on the grass. That sucks. I did that last week. There he goes. Good rejoin.
I'm back where I belong.
Not where you belong, Rusty. You belong up front. Oh, really? Did it twice? That sucks.
Nah, lucky Rusty.
Yeah, you end up with sometimes you're just looking in, not out, and then you put the cars a little bit too wide.
Thanks, Joe.
Who was that blue car in the background? I'll have a look at a sec, but this is really going off at the moment. I'm just watching for Matt to overtake. I think he overtakes you somewhere here, isn't he, Michael?
Yeah, I think you get me in the essence.
Okay. So Luke's trying to work the moves here. Inside, outside, getting that speed. George, you can do these corners so differently, eh? You can try and do a deep V, or you can try and do a consistent U around some of these corners.
That's one of the great things about racing, is that there's no single perfect lap.
Yeah.
Like there's one for like, if you want the most ideal, less wear on the tyres, and all that sort of stuff. But if you want to make an overtake, you can always go deep in. You could slow in, fast out. There's so many different ways you can attack these corners.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, what a move.
What a move there.
That was. How did he get the grip through there to do that?
I'm going to go back and see that again.
Yeah, let's do it. Do a different angle too. Like, let's get on the back of bear with me. Like, how did he even get that grip? Do it in slow mo for a bit of fun. Oh, he's gone wide. Backed off.
Dirt, sent him wide.
Yep. Luke's seen it.
Launched through that corner. And a bit airborne.
That'll do it. That does a lot of damage, those curbs too. I don't know if you picked up on that or not.
Yeah, I had one that, yeah, it sent me, saw sky and then ground with it.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll
I hit it during practice and like, oh, I need to raise the butt right to compensate for that.
Yeah. I found that if you put, because there's 2 rows of rumble strips there, if you put your wheels on each of them, it's a lot smoother than if you try and saddle it. Yeah, I was just about to turn Michael up a bit. Talk now, Michael.
How's that sound?
Turn Discord up. No, that's already up. No, that's fine. It's at my end. That should be a bit more balanced now. I could turn the gain down a bit too. Alright.
Try that.
So I think the next closest battle would be yourself and Matt. So Phil's in the pits. So I think this is where Phil joined the race. Is that right, Rusty? Definitely putting a lot of pressure on you.
He was putting a lot of pressure. We were fairly even for pace, but while I was leading here, his car just come alive out of nowhere.
Yeah, right. And there goes Ed. Let's go and have a look at that one quickly.
Actually, that was one of the things I noticed from this race. Like the first probably 4 laps, I feel like I could have pushed a lot harder, but everyone was just taking it real nice and easy, and I just settled in. Everyone just waited for the tyres and brakes to warm up, and then everyone just seemed to get going from there, which was good to see from everyone.
Yeah.
Nice little pirouette.
Yeah, that was definitely close.
Smooth recovery. Straight back into it.
He spat them off behind.
Rusty.
He threw them out. Just put them offline. That's all it takes that corner too. Like, if you got to pull it up there.
Can't Ed, when you got to look at your relative, mate.
I was waiting for that. Yeah, it was definitely close, wasn't it? Like, you probably thought he had enough time. But by the time you get a car actually going and you guys are going at pace, it's very hard to get that timing right, isn't it? Alright. So it looks like you and Matt are still battling. Oh, he's made the move here.
He's made his move.
Where did that happen?
Right
we go.
there. Went side by side, and I thought, oh, he's got the pace. I'm only going to lose time by trying to hold him up, so I may as well let him by and then just try and stick as close to him.
Yeah, that's it. No, it's driving smart,
isn't it?
isn't
Very good overtake, very clean. Let him through and just tucked in behind.
That's it. That's something too. Like, I notice that. Like, when I find someone catch up to me really quick, I'm like, all right, they're quicker than me. They're going to put a lot of pressure on me I don't need. Let's let them through and let's try and keep up with them.
It depends on what stage of the race you're at too. Like, if they've got the pace early on in the race, it's like, you may as well let them by. But if it's like, you're getting into that last 5 laps, it's like, oh, I'll let you through, but I'm going to make you work for it.
Well, that's it, yep. Oh, then he goes wide anyway.
Yeah, Matt and I had a lot of sort of running for the next few laps. He'd sort of creep away a bit, and then something would happen, and I'd catch up a little bit, and he'd creep away, and then I'd catch up again. And
yeah. Well, that's it, eh? It's hit and miss. Ah, good. Michael's clear now. Good. So Rusty should be putting a lot of pressure here on Ed now. We know Rusty's got pace. Did it damage your tyres at all, Rusty, or is your car still pretty good after you spin? Like, it didn't look bad. It's not like you flat spotted tyres or anything. Oh, what's Ed doing? Did he just give that up, or is he
just?
He was having.
What it looked like.
He was having wheel issues last week. I wonder if that's carried over again this week.
More wheel issues.
Alright, so that's Rusty back up to P6.
I remember him mentioning the wheel issues, and I was going to say he hasn't been playing CarX or something like that, because that happened to you, didn't it?
That's right,
Messed with your wheel settings.
Yep. Yeah, CarX, bloody, I calibrated it to 900 degrees in game, and it somehow calibrated my whole wheel to 900. And so when I came here to iRacing, everything was super twitchy. Yeah, it was weird. So I haven't touched that game again. So it's pretty quiet at the moment. So Luke started to pull away at the front, and then I think he decided, look, I don't need to be here right now. I've pretty much got this championship in the bag. So he pulled it up and parked up and went and sat on the sidelines with a few beers and watched the race.
Yeah, I was wondering what was happening there, because I saw him pull in, and I was looking down at my pit window, and I'm like, he's like 3 or 4 laps early before the pit window opens. What's going on there?
Yep. Lap 9, no, that's when mine opens, lap 9.
Okay.
So, I was right on the thing. I'm like, oh, cheeky boy's coming in early as to try and get that, not really an undercut because he's already up front, but to try and secure that position. But then he didn't come back out, and I was very confused. Wasn't sure what was going on.
Well, that is Luke's strategy too with fuel. He does come in as soon as the window opens for him. He's
That's
straight
it.
in there.
That is it. So the car must feel better with more fuel.
If you're not running fuel calculators too, as soon as you hear the fuel windows open, you can put the minimum amount of fuel in too.
That's true, yep. Although I do know Porsches do like more fuel than less. The fuel helps to
Just for that
stabilize the
weight
car.
balance.
Yeah, stabilizes the car. Alright, so we had a pretty quiet race out front now. I think I sat about 2 seconds behind Matt the whole race. Actually, no, before our pit stops, he got up to 4 seconds ahead. But yeah, there was nothing I could do to try and catch up to Matt. And then Matt Huppert and yourself. So it looks like he's starting to pull away a little bit. I didn't actually see what my tyres were at the end. I didn't check my tyre wear. But they didn't feel bad. Oh, actually my burnout would have ruined them anyway.
True.
But yeah, they didn't feel bad. So I don't think this track's as tyre wearing as others like Catalonia and that.
No, it wasn't as bad, but yeah, it was just a surprise because I wasn't aware that there was less grip and the conditions were off, a bit hotter and whatnot.
Yeah.
So when we were I think we were about 20-25 minutes into the race, and I noticed my front left was high pressure and the temperatures were up into the 90s at that point. I'm like, okay, because before, under the ideal conditions, I think they were sitting quite consistently in the 85 degree area.
Yeah, okay.
So I was like, okay, well, I just got to manage that now. It just caught me off guard at the time. Wasn't expecting to be having to monitor that front left.
Yeah. Does the Mercedes tell you tyre temps as well, does it?
Yeah, on page 2 of its dashboard,
okay.
It gives you pressures and temps. That's one of the things I do like about the Ferrari most of all, is the level of detail, information you get from the dash.
Yep.
Is just uncomparable to the rest of the cars.
Absolutely, yep. No, I do appreciate the Ferrari's dash. Because it does tell you, hey, like when you know what temps are going on, you know how to manage it and you can tune for it.
The one thing that does miss out in the Mercedes is it doesn't tell you the brake bias on the dash. So actually that's where my Steam Deck comes in handy for that with the iRacer add-on.
Okay.
I get my brake bias and all that information from there.
Yeah, right. Well, that's lucky. Overall, do you like the Mercedes?
I love it. It's very track by track dependent. Like sometimes, like this week, you can just struggle with the car.
Yep.
Having access to setups really is what makes the cars. So the fact that the Mercedes is very new, it's only, what, 1 season old now?
Yep.
1.5 seasons old. So you're quite limited on that, but when the setups that there are available, it just really is a joy to drive. Just the raw V8 sound sitting in the seat, just screaming in your ears.
Yeah.
Absolute immersion in that seat.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Good luck, fellas. Make sure you get him back, Russell.
It's it's one of those funny things. Is like if you're playing to the most effective tactics and all that sort of stuff, you'd be running like the Audi, the Porsche, or even the BMW is quite well performed on a lot of tracks. But the level of immersion you get from that screaming, naturally aspirated V8 is just, there's nothing that compares to it in the class.
Yeah, it's one I haven't tried. I've done it in a set of Corsa, but never done it in
Good luck,
iRacing.
boys. Make sure you get him back, Russell.
There you go, Rusty. That was your good luck chant from Luke, and you did.
Thanks, Luke.
Alright, so we got to that stage of the race where everybody's sort of spread out pretty well now. Everybody's
I
gotten
think around
comfortable.
this time, if you focus on Matt in front of you, at some point he'll have a pretty big incident coming up.
Okay. Yeah, I do remember early on I tried to push to catch carriage, but I'd get up to 1.8 seconds and then he'd put the hammer down and pull away, 2.2, and then he'd relax and I'd catch back up a little bit to 2 seconds and then he'd realise, so he'd put the hammer down. And then his car just came really good, half tank, just got better and better as the fuel burnt out. And he just started pulling away. He got up to like 4.5 seconds, I think, before I pitted.
Yep.
But then when the pit cycles were done, he came out, I think, 1.5 seconds in front of me. So I definitely did gain time in the pits. I could have gained more, but I was conservative on fuel. But I did have a number I could have worked to for adding fuel. But I thought, no, I'll be conservative. And I want to do burnouts too, so I always add a little extra.
I actually did pretty well with my fuel this race. It's probably the tightest I've run it. I think I finished with 2 litres in the tank.
Oh, good. Yep.
So to do my cool down lap at the end, I think I had to actually turn the fuel map down, so I had enough fuel to come around.
Yeah, right. How much were you using per lap?
2.1-ish, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we were 1.9.
Oh, that's a big difference.
Yeah.
It's like nearly a can of Coke per lap.
Yeah, that's it. Yep. Yeah, last week was frustrating with the whole crashing and pitting early and then having to pit twice because if I stayed out for probably 2 more laps, I would have got my window, but I just came into the fast repair. So I didn't want to lose too much time that way. But this week it was alright, it was fine, no issues. Yeah, Carrigan and I seemed to pull away pretty quick. I thought Matt was catching me at one stage, but then I noticed it was dropping off again, so I'm very happy with the tune I had. I was very umming and ahhing about it. I was going to go do this one, then going to do that one, and I did a mixed one, and I'm like, and I went with it, and it worked out, so I was very lucky, I think. A lot of these guys would have been running their tunes from last season, I assume. Which,
well, that too. You get the veteran guys, they stick around and do multiple seasons. You can then carry those seasons from previous races and understand where you could improve more, so you get that one step ahead on the rest of us.
That's it. Yeah, I did have last season's tune, but it wasn't quick, and I remember that because Ed was all over me. I just defended my heart out and didn't let him pass. But yeah, he had it all over me, so I worked on that this one, which again, in practice it came up really good, and then bloody when the race came around, it was just dog, so...
So next time I come to Winton, I think one of the first things I'll be looking at is brake balance.
Yep.
I was playing around, I had a larger front brake master cylinder, and then when I changed it, I put them both the same, and I found I was locking up the fronts a lot, which could have contributed to a lot of that front heat as well in my tyres.
Yeah.
So I think I'd probably start with that next time I come here.
Yep. Yeah, right, Rusty. So you gained, what is that, 11 seconds on him in the pits? That's a big time difference. So I noticed you pitted really late, Rusty. Was that, I think the Ferrari must have really good fuel economy, eh? Because I think you pitted like at least 3 or 4 laps later than I could. And I came in a bit early.
This stage of the race too, I remember I was looking a lot at my Delta with Rusty behind, because he was just slowly creeping lap on lap on lap. So I'm like, I'm not going to run a full, run the tank all the way down for my first stint.
Yep.
I'll pit in early and make sure I stay out of his way, and then use the pit in for Rusty to go past.
it. Yeah, that's very late, Rusty. That's yeah, the Ferrari must have really good economy.
Wow, 41 minutes. That's insane.
Yeah. Do you remember how many laps we did? Oh, 34.
34?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think my window was, must have been like 9 to 27. So
Yeah, I had a really large window too.
yeah, so 9 laps. That's probably about 12 minutes. So yeah, I had to pit probably around the 33 at the latest.
Yeah, my window was lap 11 to 27.
Yeah, right.
I think I only put in 18 litres.
Yep. Yeah, I put in 20. Ooh. God, how did he manage that? How did he run off then and not lose that? Must have been off the throttle. It's amazing what you can save in this sometimes, eh?
Absolutely.
Like I've had massive slides, but I've just managed the braking and I've just kept it sort of semi-straight and then been able to keep going again. It's crazy. Oh, he had half a litre left. Jeez, that's pushing it. You kind of need that in the Ferrari, don't you? You want to get the fuel as low as possible, get that car light. Alright, so the front runners aren't doing too much at the moment. Let's have a look at the back. I notice Ed's floating around John there, about 2 seconds again. Yeah, I reckon Ed would have had a bit shaken up when he had his off, and I would have just started cruising after that. Ed was very fast last season in the BMW here.
Well, I think Matt just had his incident.
Did he? Of course I moved away.
Yep.
Oh, that's a doozy.
Yeah, there you go. It was a massive
Whoa.
one. Yeah, it was a really...
Oh, too much curb.
And then just
Oh,
hit the,
wow. Bloody hell.
absolutely spectacular crash.
Oh, hold your brakes.
Go back to my cockpit view and have a look at it from that. How I saw it, it was...
That's huge. How did he keep going?
I don't think he went too much further.
Go gyro. Bloody hell. That's insane. And then Rusty comes up. Oh, hello, car parked across the track. Far out. And this is John, I think. Yep. That's huge.
Really unfortunate because he was driving so well up until that point too.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Could he not get it turned? Oh, he couldn't get it turned. Oh, poor Ed.
Yeah, so yeah, if we have a look, yeah, that front right side just looks packed in.
Let's go have a look.
His steering might be broken on that.
Oh, that's bastard.
He did get going though, I'm surprised to see that.
Yeah, how's he? I kind of feel like he should have waited up for Ed.
It's one of those things though, you try and rejoin and you don't expect to see a car there. That happened to me at Montreal. I come back on track after my spin and didn't know Royce was coming through. And I just tagged the back of him, unfortunately.
Yeah, you got to be careful, eh? Poor Ed. I'm surprised Rusty, you know, like, that's karma for earlier. But no, you don't wish that on anybody. Not when you're trying to have a clean race and then someone just wrecks in front of you. I definitely would have liked to see Matt wait for Ed on that one. Try and like redress that. But anyway. How's his car handling? Alright, let's jump in cockpit and see what his steering's doing. Has he got a big dead space? Is that what's happened? Oh yeah, look, steering left. Pulling to the right. Yeah, that's unlucky. Also lucky the leaders aren't quite there yet also. I think if Luke was still racing, he would have been getting pretty close. Yeah, that was a doozy.
Did really well to bring it back round though.
Yep.
That's an impressive effort after that sort of a spill you have.
That's it. Alright, let's jump off him. How's Phil going? Phil's in the race now. So did you and Phil have the same setups, Rusty? There's Rusty in the background there, still chasing you down.
Yeah.
Phil would have been like, what is going on here? This track is nothing like we practiced. I don't remember if Phil got any practice time either before the race started. Oh, I was going to say, there's Michael gone, but no, you pitted.
Not today, but yeah, yesterday. Both Phil and Rusty were doing quite impressive times together.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I remember. Or the day before.
The day before, yeah, in practice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like a track maybe suited for the Ferrari, eh? Like, I know cars will do quicker, like Luke and the Porsche and that, but the Ferrari is such a safe car. Well, I say that. But it's generally such a safe car. And it looks like it really wants to, you know, get around here pretty quick. Hey, look, there's me. Alright, so yeah, we're back to everybody being in no man's land. So let's go back to the front. Just work our way through. So Matt Carrick still up front. This is where he started pulling away. So this is where the fuel's burning out. Now he's up to 3.5 seconds lead. Not you, pace car. And I'm just doing my best to try and keep up with him. Once I think maybe.
How did you find your car went with its balance as you started losing fuel?
I moved my brake bias more rearward, and it stayed pretty good the whole race. Like my times, I think my times actually dropped off, which was surprising. So I definitely didn't get it right. Because I started out doing 18s and 19s, and then it dropped off to 19s and 20s. That could have been tyre wear as well, if they were getting low. I did qualifying with the brake bias too far rearward, and I thought it was too far forward, and I kept pulling it back and back and back, and then I actually got really loose, and then worked it out for the start of the race. So, but yeah. I'm loving this livery at the moment. This is the one Matt did.
It's a good looking livery.
It's popping, eh? Yeah, it just pops. Alright. There we go. Phil, who is... How many laps down is he? So he's on lap 16. Oh, it's practice. Never mind.
21.
34. No, sorry. What are we on? 21.
Yep.
That's Rusty. I'm going the wrong way here. Oh yeah, 16 and 21. So he's down about 5 laps.
It's unfortunate, but at least he got into the race.
That's it.
Still getting points.
That's it. Points are points. You beat Luke. Haha, cheers Rusty. Speaking of Purdy, look at this thing. So are you going to sack Chaz now that he spun on the first couple of laps there, Rusty? Or what?
I think this really speaks right now to the setup of the Ferrari here. Is that you look at Rusty's? He had that incident early on in the race, and he
Yep.
had a second spin, and he's already back up into third.
Yeah. Absolutely, yep. Oh, Phil, yeah, no, it's good. No, it's fun just to be out there, eh? Get it amongst it. Alright, let's suss out the pace car. What do we got? Ford Mustang. They're pretty fun to drive. Alright, so now we're getting the pit cycles going through. So I think from you down, everybody has pitted. Pretty sure first, second and third hasn't. There goes John now, pitting behind. So even with Matt's instant, he's still only, what, 24 seconds behind you. He didn't lose much time, did he? Like, fair enough, we got quick, a couple of fast repairs to use. But it's good to see everybody can sort of stay in the race, even after a big mishap like that. Lose a bit of time getting back to pits, but... Chaz is the way of the light.
Well, I had a look at the race results at the end, and I found my fastest lap was the slowest out of everyone's here.
Yep.
But it was just about maintaining consistency. And I think I finished with 0x.
Yeah, nice.
The whole race. So
that's it.
Testament to, like, you can push the car, but I think I was just doing 120s the whole race. I think my fastest lap was a 119.9, something like that.
Yeah, right.
Kept it steady and consistent, kept it between the white lines, and here I am in 4th position.
Well, that's it. That's all it takes, eh? Like, I'm not a fast racer, I'm not a fast driver, I don't know how to tune these cars properly, and I just go out there and do the best lap times I can, and then keep them similar. We're very similar, you and I. We're going to do well next year in our VGA team.
I'd like to see us in the same car with the same setup, what we can do.
Yeah, I don't think there'd be nothing in it. We'd be bumping each other along.
Bathurst was a lot of fun. It would have been good if I could have got a bit closer to you. But to sit there for the entire 45 minutes, just sitting there 2.2, 2.6 seconds behind you the whole time.
Yeah.
That was good to see.
Yeah, if you could have got my toe, I reckon you would have been right there and just sort of sat, like, just glued to my ass then.
I don't think I had it in me to make any moves on you, but I would have just sat in there and just, we would have just run away together.
That's it. Alright, I'm just going to put this on crashes. Oh no, Rusty, focus on crashes and it jumps on you. It's because you got black and yellow checker. Looks like a hazard symbol. Have you seen on the officials where people have like full on like bright coloured cars that say I'm working on my safety rating, do not bump and stuff like that?
Yes. One of my first trading paint setups, what was it, a Street Stocks car. I had, I'm just working on safety rating.
Yep.
Just big yellow and orange car with warning signs.
Yep, that's it.
And then someone ended up running in the back of me and he had a go at me. He was like, oh, so working on your safety rating, are you? Sure.
Yeah, what a twit.
So I'm like, I better change it. Just while I was getting out of rookies, so.
Yep, that'll do it. So Rusty's saying the Merc quick at Oran Park. Have you done much there in the Mercedes?
Me, I've done nothing in the Merc at Oran Park. Oh, the only time I've driven at Oran Park was when we did Formula V's a few weeks ago.
Oh, yep. It's pretty fun.
Apart from that, I've done a Mazda race there, and that's about it.
Yep. When I first saw it on the schedule, I thought, what is this stupidity? why the hell are we going to Oran Park in GT3s? But then we did it, and it was actually a lot of fun. I sat behind Royce for most of the race, just stuck to him. I couldn't get past him, just stuck to him the whole race, and then I got him in an undercut in pit strategies.
Nice.
And then, yeah, and then he was stuck to the back of me. And I think we had a three-way battle for, I'm pretty sure it was second. Oh, there goes Phil.
Whoa.
Good save, though.
Just a little wide into turn 7.
That's it. I find a lot of people spin into that corner because you're sort of turning and braking all at the same time. And if your bias is rear where it should be to get the turn in, then the car, gets a bit sketchy through there.
Yeah. That first hairpin I found is a little tricky. If you're not concentrating on it, you can just go into a rhythm and coming around that long left-hander, and then you get you just try and carry that pace through, and then you go, oh crap, there's that hairpin. And you just end up going a little deep in there.
That's it. Yeah, I think I had 0x as well for this race. I was surprised because I thought I was going to have a couple of runoffs somewhere. Alright, let's focus on that for the minute. Let's go and jump in for a lap. We should do a comparison actually. We'll jump in my car after this and just see the difference in lines and gearing and that. Oh, he turned in very early there, wow. The thing about the Audi is that it's not, I think it's got less power or less up and go, but it can maintain a much higher corner speed.
Its first couple of gears seem to have quite high gear ratios.
Yeah.
But then like the mid gears seem to really.
Ah, okay.
First gear seems quite tall, so I think that's why it doesn't do well on the starts.
Oh,
as well.
okay.
I know the Ford GT is like that as well. It's got a very tall first gear.
Alright, let's compare the pair. We'll do Rusty's as well, because honestly Rusty's lap. They've all got such a unique sound too, don't they?
Mm.
So there's that V I'm talking about. That was my quicker line doing the V.
That's an interesting line, yeah.
Yeah, that was quicker for me. I gained like a tenth or two. Yeah, Rusty, I can't wait to see it. We'll check it out in a second. So I could see him there the whole race. I just couldn't do nothing about it. Same as you and me at Bathurst. I could really push through here too. I was surprised how much I could stay on the throttle. Alright, where's Rusty at? Actually, you're leading the race here, Rusty.
Well, he hasn't pit in, so.
No, that's it. Wow, first gear through there. Must be a long first gear as well, eh? Wow, there you go.
very surprising. You're doing a lot of first gear in those corners.
But it takes it, you know. It's got the range in that gear to do that. But then he's only getting fourth down here. But then in second. That's fascinating. See, we're through third in here.
Yeah, and I'm changing up into fourth at that 50 board.
Yeah, absolutely, yep. Fourth through there.
But then on that inside ripple strip on the left, then I'm changing back down into third again and then straight down.
Yep.
I'm doing first for the first hairpin. I'm in second for this one. And then on the third hairpin, I'm back down to first again.
Yep, that's it. Yep, same for the BMW.
I found that to be the most ideal.
Actually, let's jump in your car. Get that V8 going. Yeah, that's it. Carry fourth to keep the car wide, hey?
I think this late stage of the race, as the, yeah, I'm only down to like 11 litres of fuel. Once it got below like 15, 16,
Yep.
it started to get a little squirrely, but I wasn't sure if that was just the front tyres being hot or not.
Yep.
But, I did find a bit low fuel. It started getting a little squirrely.
Yeah, okay. That'd be that rake probably. The car's still got less fuel. The rear end's even sitting even higher than what it...
But it was a real joy to drive early on with high fuel.
Yep.
About 30 litres in the tank. It started to come alive and just started dropping lap times ever so slightly. And then, yeah, about that 15, 16, it just got a bit more squirrely, a bit more cautious about what I was doing with my inputs.
Yeah. Yeah, that was fun. Alright, so we've got about 3 to 4 laps to go. Urgent. What do you mean by urgent, Rusty? So we've still got...
Is it because I'm trying to use as much of the track, the inside and the curbs as possible?
Alright, so Rusty's in third there, so he's pitted. So Matt Carey's still up front. With three laps to go. Then myself still chasing him down. Then Rusty, so all the pit cycles are done now. Rusty's in third. Phil's a couple of laps down. And then you got Michael coming through. The field's still pretty close, hey? Like, everybody's right there. One mistake, and you've lost a spot or two.
Well, that's it. I was definitely looking at my delta with John at this point, because I think a few laps ago he was like 6, 7 seconds, and now he's down to 4.
Yeah, right.
So I was just like, well, I'm sitting there going, how many laps are left at this point of the race?
Yeah.
Am I going to have to race him and defend, or can I hold him back? And
it's very immersive. Yeah, okay, good.
so he was, he was slowly catching me up in this late stage of the race. It was looking, it could go either way.
Yeah, it's. I find it's very easy to defend here, but you've got to be on it. Like I said with Ed last season, I had to, brake early, hold the apex, don't let him over under me, and then, get on the throttle early so he couldn't get that run. And that worked pretty well. Ooh, he's a bit wide there. And then Matt's done well. He's catching up. He's made up about 5-10 seconds. But that's 7 seconds. He's made up on you again. Because he was 24 behind you. So he's still hammering.
Mm.
And then Ed, he's still right there as well. Yeah, most races it comes down to the last couple of laps and then you get a nice battle somewhere, but it still seems everybody's still pretty spread out.
Like it is on the last lap.
Alright, final lap now.
Go to that.
I was pushing pretty hard at this stage, just trying to close up this gap. I wanted to put a pressure on him to make him watch his mirrors and not the track, to try and make him make a mistake, but Carrick was just too on point last night. Yeah, that's it, mate. Everybody's respectful of each other. It's good to have these smaller groups like this. That's when you need to do the reverse grids. Like this would have been a fun reverse grid race, I reckon. But then I kind of think you need tracks that you can overtake easily. Otherwise it gets a bit chaotic with some of the desperate drivers. Alright, and this is the end of the race. Well done, Matt Carrick. So
Well
Matt
done,
was our
solid
winner.
run.
Then myself in second. Pace car was not third. Rusty in third. Welcome home, Rusty.
Solid drive by Rusty, finishing in third.
Absolutely, what a comeback. Oops, wrong way. Welcome home, Phil.
Thanks
No.
for the right, Charlie.
Oh, I missed you, sorry.
That's all right.
There we go. Michael in fourth. John in fifth. Wait. Yep. And then Matt Huppert's in sixth. And Edwards in seventh. We did have Luke in... Where did Luke finish? Luke finished dead last because he retired so early, and then Royce retired on lap 22. Actually, I didn't see what happened to Royce. Not lap 22. A lot earlier than that. And Phil ended up 6 laps down. And that's only because he started 6 laps late. But yeah, good fun race, good results. Now for the fun part. Yeah, I'm loving his livery, it's popping. My car's a bit dirty though, look at that. Mine's a Turbo 6, isn't it?
It's definitely turbo.
I don't think it's a Turbo 8, is it?
No, it probably is a 6. Need to look up the specs on it.
Alright, thanks everyone. Thanks for joining. Oh no, the stream's crapping out.
Well done, Matthew and John. Congratulations.
There you go.
Great job. And Russell for third.
Thanks, Phil. I think it's all the smoke to make the stream start up. Anyway, you guys get the idea.
Yes,
Of course.
a turbo inline 6.
Yeah, okay.
Which is
Bam!
what BMW are known for.
Well, that's it. Ooh.
Oh, yeah, and in the background too, you got Matt doing his burning.
he got traction on? I think he's got traction control still on. Oop, there we go. I just heard my motor blue in the background.
Oh, did you burn out to your motor blue again?
Oh, every time, yep. Yeah, thanks, Rusty. That was a great result, mate. Oh, look at everyone in the background. That's a nice shot. Come on, mate. You can do it. Oh, he's going to use the grass to get it going. Oh, there it goes. He must have been doing more earlier if he's already blown his motor. Did he have his traction control on?
Or did he run out of fuel?
Oh, I saw the motor blow. This is the end of the race here. Oh, look at that shortcut. Alright, I'm going to have to teach Matt how to do a burnout. His car sounds damaged.
Going across the grass, maybe?
Maybe, yeah. Oh, this is just a gear. He didn't burn his clutch out to do something, did he?
Could have done.
Which is possible. I have done that in iRacing.
Well done, Matthew and John. Congratulations. Great job. And Russell too.
Alright. So, last check of the results there. So, top 10. Matt Carrick, myself, Rusty, Michael Arlett, John Misford, Matt Hupperts, Ed, Phil, Royce, and then Luke rounding out the end. Okay.
Good race all round.
It was a really good race. Alright, let's go and see the season results before we wrap up. Let's get rid of this stuff there now. Okay. And this one, and this one. Alright. Oops. So Luke Hay still out in front by 300 points.
300 points.
So that's I don't know. We get 300 points for a win. So he's if he's missing the last 2 rounds, he's going to drop what 600 points. So that's going to put him down to probably 6th, 5th, probably 5th. So yeah, you got to make every round to win this championship. That's for sure.
I reckon he's still got a top 3 in him.
Even
Even with missing the next 2.
4. No, I reckon you'll get him. And then Matt Huppert's in 2nd. He's got, what's that? How many points? 60, 70 points over me. And then this is where it gets tight. So Matt Carrick and I was 1 point. Wow, that's insane.
So close.
Yeah. So this next race is going to be on.
Matt Carrick's been really just putting those points down the last few races because he was, what, 5th or 6th at one point?
Yeah.
Did he miss the first couple or something like that?
I don't know. Like I know I had a really bad start to the season. Maybe he had a few bad races as well.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he'd be up this far if he missed a race. But he has had 3 wins, so that's significant. And then you're right there as well. So you're only, what's that, 80 points behind. So it's only a position or 2. So if you get a couple of positions in front of him in the next race, you'll be taking his spot.
Yeah.
And then Phil, look at Phil in 6th place and Rusty in 7th. You guys are very close as well, Rusty. You guys are on. Ed's there. John Mifsud.
Ed and John are very close as well. There's only, what, 30 points in that?
That's it. And then I think down the order from there, that's when you start getting the guys who have missed rounds and look at the point difference. But yeah, it's on, Rusty. You're racing Phil. You've got Ed right behind. You've got John right behind. But then you're also catching us. 500, 400 points. It's on. Who knows who's going to win? All right. Thanks, everyone. I'm going to wrap that up there now. Thanks, Michael, for joining us for the commentary booth. That's
It's been fun.
Much appreciated. It's better when you've got someone to talk to. You're not just talking to yourself.
Very true.
All right. So I don't think anybody streams these races live anymore. So for the next replay, will be next Friday again after our next Thursday night round. But feel free to go check out Michael's YouTube channel, which I think is Bunyip McLovin.
Yes, I will have my race video up later tonight or tomorrow morning.
There you go. So that's the Mercedes point of view. So it's a good perspective if you want to get an idea of what different cars are doing and how they're handling. Go and check out. Go and check out these videos and see how they go, and then see if that's a car that you might like to drive as well. Like I know I've been looking at the Mercedes for our next year's car, and I've been going back and watching Michael's videos just to get an idea of what it looks like and how it's handling. And but yeah, I don't think anybody else has been uploading, have they?
I don't think so.
No. Usually you get quite a few more streamers, but yeah, I think they're more focused on racing, which is good. That came up as asterisk. I'm not sure what that was.
Yeah, me linking
Oh, let me do it for you.
the YouTube.
But hang around. Yeah, I definitely reckon. Give it a look. Especially check out start and finish of the race and see how it's handling. Where's your channel?
LUV.
L.
LOV.
That's where I'm going wrong. There it is.
No, and then space between Bunyip and McLovin.
Yep.
There we go. That's me.
Oh, I was looking at the wrong one. There we go. Alright, I'll paste this one here. So for anyone who hasn't got it, that's Michael's YouTube link. Alright, hang around and we'll go find someone to raid. And we'll get the party going, eh? Let's go watch Craysteins, I reckon. Poppy Playtime, that's a horror game, isn't it?
It's a new game out, isn't it?
Not sure. Alright, The Spirit of Halloween. Let's go watch this one. Alright, thanks everyone. Thanks Michael. And we'll catch you all next time.
See you later.